is Nur Akila. Do you know that solid waste is one of the three major environmental problems in Malaysia? We hear about illegal dumping almost every day, and even worse, there are illegal landfill. Waste generation continues to increase with the economy and population growth. According to Solid Waste Management and Public Cleansing Corporation, SW Corp, Malaysian waste about 16,668 tons of food per day, and that amount can feed around 2.2 million people 3 times a day. Today, I will interview a few people that come up with ideas of using organic waste as the materials in making compost fertilizer. So first of all, I will interview the entrepreneur that comes out with this idea, which is Mr. Navin. Mr. Navin, how do you get the idea in making fertilizer from organic waste, and what makes you interested to invest in this field?
First and foremost, thank you for inviting us for the interview. I got the idea when I visited Surabaya, Indonesia a couple of years ago. I was astonished by how the cities and the residential area were green with plants and trees. I wanted to know more about how Surabaya became a green city. After meeting the officials there, I found out that a home composting method was introduced by a company called Kita Yushu International Techno Cooperative Association. Around 20,000 households have been implementing the method by then. And according to the officials, waste that has been sent from Surabaya to landfill has reduced from 1,500 ton per day to 1,300 ton per day. This reduction of 200 ton per day has saved the government nearly 1.28 million ringgit per year. But the only drawback was the method occupies space, attracts insects and pests, and also a slow composting rate. Therefore, my team and I wanted to improve the method, and upon years of research, we finally came up with a viable solution. I wanted to invest in this field because solid waste generation is a major issue worldwide, and Malaysia is also facing the same problem. Introducing the product here would definitely be a smart move because we are the pioneers in this field in Malaysia.
How would you market this product of yours and educate people out there that changing to compost fertilizer can help to reduce the problem of overdump organic waste every year?
To market this product wouldn't be much of a problem because we don't have any direct competitors since we are the pioneers in this field. And to answer the second part of your question, our social media and marketing teams have worked together with government to spread awareness. We also have joint venture with local television stations to advertise our product. We strongly believe that our efforts to create awareness regarding the responsibility of citizens to help tackle waste management issue will pay off. Only by working together that we can sustain a better quality of life as well as preserve the environment. Thank you.
So, we already hear from Mr. Navin about the compost fertilizer. Now, I would like to interview and ask Mr. Abdullah about what's the process of this fertilizer. Hi Mr. Abdullah. What is the process of the production of this fertilizer?
The first process is organic materials fermentation process, which plays the preliminary but indispensable role in the whole production line. Two main types of compost turner are used to turn and mix the compost and accelerate the fermentation speed, which is self-propelled compost turner and hydraulic compost turner. The second process is the crushing process. The compost lump material should be grinded before the granulating process, but we can leave out crushing process when the compost material is fine enough. Vertical chain crusher and double shaft horizontal crusher is the two types of crushing. Machine can be used to crush lump compost fertilizer raw materials. Next is mixing process. Two types of mixing machine are applied to mix raw materials in the fertilizer production line are horizontal mixture and vertical mixture. Then granulated process. This process is the core part in this production line, so we choose the suitable model of fertilizer granulator according to customers' detailed requirements. This granulator machine can be chosen to granulate the materials evenly. Then drying process. When granulating, the moisture of the fertilizer raw materials should be less than 25%. So we should dry the raw materials if the moisture is more than 25%. Rotary drum drying machine is mainly used for drying the fertilizer with a certain degree of humidity and particle size. Rotary drum cooling machine, which is used for cooling fertilizer to make fertilizer particles stronger. Then rotary drum screening machine process is which is used to separate granules from the large particles which need to be returned for the second crushing and granulating. Rotary drum coating machine is used to coat the fertilizer and prevent the fertilizer from sticking together. The last process is packaging process. Fertilizer packaging machine can package bags quantitatively and automatically. We also need some auxiliary equipment for connection, such as bag conveyor, bucket elevator, and etc.
What are the materials that needed in this composting process?
The materials that we use for the fertilizer we can get from agricultural waste, which is straw, waste bran, and etc. The second is the animal waste, for example chicken manure, cattle and sheep manure. You can also get the material from the industrial waste such as sugar residue and etc. Then we can also get from the household waste such as the kitchen waste, vegetable market and slaughterhouse waste. And the last raw material we can get is from municipal sludge such as river silt, sewerage, sludge and etc.
Thank you, Mr. Abdullah. We already hear from Mr. Abdullah. I would like to interview the end user of this product, which is the citizen, the community. So, hello, Mr. Zarik. As a user of this product, what do you think the benefits of using this fertilizer compared to other types of fertilizer that have in the market right now?
Okay, so basically, why what are the benefit of this fertilizer is that first, it is odorless. As you can see, odorless is really great benefit to me as a gardener who use or who garden for a hobby. It is convenient since it doesn't smell much around the house. So other than that is that it is easy to work with. The soil or decomposed fertilizer is basically you can put it anywhere in any type of soil, and you just dig, put your seed, and put your compost fertilizer and sprinkle some water. And as you can see here, this just for a few weeks already, and really grow out well by using this type of compost fertilizer. So it really benefit. Other than that, is for me it is cheaper. Why? For me, we use, I'm not a great we garden just on a vast amount, so I really need to find a cheaper type of fertilizer. So and then I found out about compost fertilizer and I use it. I really cheap but it worked really well.
Since when you started to use this type of fertilizer, and who are the person who introduced you to this type of fertilizer?
Who introduced me to this type of fertilizer? Actually, since I'm new to this hobby, I found out on social media, which in time of I'm looking for a cheaper fertilizer, and then I found out about compost fertilizer. It's really cheap, and I decided to buy it and use it. But then after I use it for a while, it really pleased me since it really worked very well to my garden, and my plant really healthy and bulky, as you can see here.
So last, I would like to ask, why do you think that people out there should start using this fertilizer for their garden too, just like how you do?
Okay, personally, I think everyone should use it since it is great for our plant, as you can see here, and also cheaper, and it works in any type of soil. So I hope everyone who use to garden can use this type of fertilizer.
Okay, so now we already hear from Mr. Tavin, the entrepreneur, Mr. Abdullah, the workers in the production, and we also already interview Mr. Zarid, who is the community that use this fertilizer. So that's all from me. Thank you.